Hello, everyone. You asked the questions, and I'm here to answer them. Yeah, all 450 something of them. Good God. Hey, I guess I set myself up, right? So let's jump right into it because God knows how many 30-minute parts this is going to end up being. So, question 1, submitted by the Ryan227. Do you have an Xbox 360? And if so, what kind of games do you play? I do have a 360. Actually, it was donated to me by a good friend, Dornez from YouTube. Awesome, awesome guy. Amazing that he would even was willing to donate it. So, freaking awesome. Games wise, me and my brother actually share games because he has a 360. I don't have many. I have NBA 2K11, Lost Odyssey, which is a great RPG I plan on Let's Playing in the future. What the hell is the other one called? Blue Dragon. A few arcade games like Bomberman, Pac-Man, etc. Stuff like that. So not many, but ones I do have I enjoy. I haven't played it in a while, but I do plan on hopefully getting back to it soon when I have the time. Question 2. Will you ever do a live stream? Okay, here's the thing with that, and I think I've mentioned this before. Let's playing and streaming to me is two completely different hobbies. Not completely different, but pretty different. One thing I enjoy about Let's Playing is the fact that I can always just edit stuff, pause, go do what I have to do, and not have to worry about the fact that there's live people watching me. I record, render, then upload tomorrow, whatever. Streaming, you have to be on top of it. Streaming is actually, I find it harder. You got to be on your game. You got to always keep your commentary entertaining throughout, and it's kind of tedious to me. So, no, I really don't plan on ever live streaming. And his third question, do you like waffles? No. Ever since I grew up, I ate tons of waffles growing up as a kid, and I kind of got sick of them. I'm more of a pancake person now. Alright, next question. Submitted by iHeart Movies. Question number 1. Would you ever consider re-let's playing an older game you've done just for fun? Honestly, bro, nah. I don't see myself ever doing that. Maybe Mario World No Death Run in the future since I failed it. And I would just do a normal let's play of it. But other than that, once I let's play something, I feel like my story or my memories have been relived for that game. And it's kind of pointless to go back to it. It's just the way I view things, but other people may view it differently. Either or. Question 2. How do you feel about the Let's Player community as a whole? This is a good ranting one. In all honesty, and I might get criticized for this, but in my opinion, there is no Let's Play community. Or if there is, it's very, very disoriented. Let me explain. I feel like everybody's broken up into their own groups. Like you have, almost. Let me bring in World of Warcraft as an example here, or any MMO you might have played. There's guilds. I mean, they're like if a community would be one entire guild in a sense. You follow what I'm saying? I feel like the Let's Play community is like, oh, there's four or five Let's Players over there in their own little clique. The big boys, like, not, I don't mean to throw names out there, but it is true. Chugga Conroy, Nintendo Capri Sun, and Proton John, they're their own little clique, so it's kind of not really a community. It's more of like a group of people separated into their own groups, if that makes sense. That's how I view it. And this third question, for fun, why haven't you Let's Played Wild Arms yet? Due time, sir, due time. I have so much on my list I want to do, and sometimes games get put in the back burner, but Wild Arms is definitely a Let's Play I plan on doing in the near future. Well, I should say near future, in the future. Okay, next set of questions. Let me find it, because there's people that also comment once in a while here. Okay, here we go. How do you pronounce that? Halumex. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. asks, what is your favorite RPG? I still say, I've answered it before, and I'll go back to it. It's still Final Fantasy 3/6 for the Super Nintendo. It's just the villain, and they have the best villain, and the character development is so well done, and I don't know, just a freaking awesome game all around. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my Let's Play of it. Number 2, what's your favorite type of dog? Well, a hot dog, of course, silly. You know, relish, mustard. Oh, you were talking about an actual dog. I don't know, but hot dog. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. I want a hot dog now. Question 3. Why do you love your fans? Well, for this reason. The fact that I'm answering 450 comments. You know, the fact that you guys always support me through every video, no matter what. Whether I go on hiatus, or have stuff to do, or just can't upload, or whatever the case is, you guys, the real fans, will always stick by me no matter what happens. And that's why I love my fans. Okay, next set of questions. I can't read that. C9875 asks, out of the God of War trilogy, which one is your favorite? God of War 3 is my favorite one. What's your opinion on the Call of Duty series? I enjoyed the very original Call of Duty, the one that came out for PC a long time ago. But after that, I felt like if I kind of compare it to like the Saw series of, you know, movies, it just becomes outplayed after a while and just tedious and repetitive, you know? Call of Duty 4 was good, the story-wise anyway. A whole different story. But other than that, I can't stand the Call of Duty games. It's all the same thing. Go online for hours on end. And, I don't know. It's a headache to me. I'm really starting to get sick of these shooter games. Sorry for that rant. Ugh. Okay, next set of questions. McFlippyWho, one of my most loyal viewers who comments on almost every one of my videos, asks, what's your favorite relatively newish game, GameCube/PS3 era? Or GameCube to PS3 era. Well, if I'm gonna go new gen, you know, comparing the latest 3 systems, the big boys, I gotta go with Heavy Rain as my new favorite new gen game. And if you've never played it, I recommend you play it for the PS3. And it's more of like an interactive movie type thing. But I don't know, something happens within like 30 to 40 minutes in that game that really blew me away for the first time in a long time. And it just hooked me, absolutely hooked me in that game. So I would say Heavy Rain. Number 2, what's your favorite old era game? That's a tough one. There's so many old games I like. You know what? I'm still gonna stick with Zelda: Link to the Past. And it's not everyone's favorite, but again, I can always just pick that game up and play it anytime and enjoy it. Number 3, which game has your favorite soundtrack? Oh, that's an easy one. I go all the way back to Super Nintendo for this, because naturally Super Nintendo had the best music soundtrack. Oh, let me get some water here. Throat's drying up. Music soundtrack out of every system, in my opinion. And to this day, I still say Secret of Mana. If you've never played that game, check it out. It's actually co-op too, if you want. But every single soundtrack, I like every music piece in that game, and I can't say that about any other game created. Every single track, you know, whatever it is, there's 20-something songs. Every single one of them is amazing. That composer, that Squaresoft composer, is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, moving on. Oh man, Cayman85 asking 10 questions. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll answer the first 4. I apologize. It's just, you know, I can't answer. I'll be here all day answering all 10. So, what do you think about the Resident Evil series games and movies? That's his first part. Movies are very disappointing. I love the games. Most of them, anyway. There's a lot of bad ones. Like Resident Evil 0 I didn't like, but When Resident Evil 1 movie came out, I was so excited for it. Then when I saw it, I wanted to throw up. The movies do not match the games. The movies are terrible. It's like, what's my best comparison here? It's like if you watched Ghostbusters the movie, then you went and played Ghostbusters the video game for NES. It's that bad. At least I view it that way. Number 2. What's your favorite type of movie? My favorite type of movie. I'm gonna say favorite type of movie. I don't like horror movies. I really don't. They're so lame and cliche. I'm gonna say. Actually, I don't even know how to think of this. Sci-fi mystery. You know those type of movies where, like, Butterfly Effect and stuff like that, where just movies that are so bizarre and sometimes hard to comprehend, that you have the twist at the end that just puts it all together, gives it that oomph. And I love movie with twist. I love sci-fi-ish movies, like it's to a certain extent, like Starship Troopers, awesome movie. Just giving you an example. Okay, number 3. What's your favorite food? Portuguese dish called mariscada. It's lobster with clams, shrimp. What else is there? Scallops, amazing rice, and it's covered in this amazing like recipe my mom makes with tomato sauce. Some weird tomato sauce recipe, just absolutely phenomenal. And my final question, I'll answer of your 10 questions. Are you a werewolf or a vampire guy? I am a vampire guy. Okay, what time are we at? 11 minutes, not bad. Making good progress. Okay, next question. Tokave331 asks, what's a game you really want to play this generation? Boy. Nothing. Everything sucks. I tell you what, the next game that Quantum Dreams comes out with, that's a game I want to play. You know, the people who made Heavy Rain. And this next question is, and what's a game from older generations you wanted to play but never did? Another good one. That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna say Kid Icarus. I don't know if that's a good answer or not, but that's one game I was always curious to play or see, but I never really got my hands to play it. Okay. Next question is from I Make Good LPs, and he simply asks, how's it going? It's going great, man. Thanks for asking. Next question is from Overlord Arcana. He asks, how come you're so awesome? My simple answer is because you guys make me awesome. Yup. Okay. Next question is from Evil Fried Bacon. And he was a little hesitant to ask this, but I am very okay with answering it. So, the question is, where is it? I wanted to know why you had to leave for a week when I went on my hiatus. Okay. Basically, I found out, like, probably a couple days, a day or two before I went on my hiatus, that my dad was actually diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And it was just one horrible week, and I just had to take time away, so that's the best answer I could give you. He was really not sick, but you know what I mean. When you find out news like that, your mind, you're not thinking about your hobbies, you're not thinking about your side stuff, you just want to be there for your family. So, I apologize for not being around, but real life comes first to me. Okay, next question is from Harith BK. He asks, do you want some bacon? Only if it's turkey bacon. Number 2, would you want some eggs with that bacon? Only if there's chorizo in the eggs. Number 3, would your cat want some bacon as well? I bet he would. I mean, he eats everything else. Christ. Next question is from Trenchia. He asks, can you describe your first time playing a Super Nintendo? Well, I remember Mario World, I guess, was the first game I played with it. I don't remember very well. It's been so long. I mean, I know I enjoyed it. I know I was addicted to it for hours on end. But it wasn't like the super craze like the Nintendo was, you know? But it was still very enjoyable from what I remember, and I was addicted for weeks. Okay. Number 2, what do you think about the new 3D craze going around in movies? That's a good one. I think it is so overhyped. It is ridiculous how overhyped it is. I could give two shits, excuse my language, but I could give two craps about whether a movie is in 3D, whether a picture's coming at me or not. I think that is the most overblown thing ever. I mean, even in the new system, the 3DS, who cares if the image pops out at you? Just play the video game already. Oh my god, as a matter of fact, there's a study that says it's actually bad for you. I'm gonna take another sip of water. Next question. What's your definition of a perfect Sunday? Okay. Well, my definition is this, and I haven't had a perfect Sunday in years. Basically, back when I was in high school, I always looked forward to Mondays because I knew that I would be seeing my ex-girlfriend. She was in a lot of my classes, and we dated for literally 7 years throughout middle school and high school. Unfortunately, she moved away after our graduation, so that was the end of that. She moved thousands of miles away, not just like one state away. And it's sad, but at one point I remember I was ready to ask her to marry me, you know. And obviously that never got to that point because of all the chaos at the end, but we left on good terms. But I do miss the old days sometimes. I loved her a lot, and I still have, naturally, you're always gonna have feelings for somebody you dated for 6-7 years, but I'm happy with where I'm at right now in terms of our friendship. She has a boyfriend, so what happens, but that's pretty much, I'm going a little off topic here. Basically, my definition of a perfect Sunday was back in the day when I used to go, to school look forward to going to school the next day to see my girl. Okay, moving on. Elisker, another one of my awesome viewers, asks, who's your favorite video game character? Samus. And the reason I picked Samus and not Link is because Samus is like more mysterious. Even though it's a really hot chick, she's more mysterious. She's more badass. The way I see her, like going to a foreign planet, taking on, not knowing what's there, just tearing stuff apart, and her crazy dash and super jump, and I don't know, I like Samus a lot. Number 2. Now that more time has passed since your last Q&A, what's been your favorite moment for LPing? My favorite moment is still that final episode of Final Fantasy X. Well, I guess if you saw my top 5 moments, you've seen that I made a video of that. My number 1 moment is when we reached the top of Mount Gagazet in 10, and you saw Auron having that Tidus and Auron having that cool talk, or that pretty interesting talk. And it's still my favorite moment, but I'm also, the more time that goes by, the more I appreciate how my finale was of that game. I just loved the ending and how it felt finally completing that Let's Play. Question 3. Just how awesome is Dario8676? He writes in parentheses, jokes towards my tags. And my tags, I wrote that Dario8676 is awesome. I'm awesome because you guys make me awesome. How's that? Okay, next question is submitted by Sotuxful. Again, I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong. Who is your favorite Let's Player? Kenshin 1913 is still my favorite Let's Player. He's been since I started. And really, it's hard to choose because I really only watch about like a handful of people. I think I only watched a total like 7 people's videos. Honestly, I just don't have time. You know, people will upload 20-minute videos. I don't have time to watch 50 people's videos. You know what I mean? So Kenshin is just a phenomenal Let's Player, Dragon Quest guru, and pretty exciting to watch his Let's Plays. But there's others. Excuse me. Next question. Capitalism or communism? Communism, because capitalism sucks. Next question. What are your top 10 favorite bands of all time? I'll give you one of them. How about that? Because I can't really come up with a list of my top 10. But I will say this. Linkin Park is underrated. And even though a lot of their music sounds similar, I could literally sit here and name like 5 songs of theirs that are like my favorite, some of my favorite songs of ever. Okay, what time are we at? 21 minutes. We'll go up to 30 since we have so many questions left. Holy shit. Next questions submitted by Scarol. Number 1. Is your real name actually Dario? Yeah. Not Mario, Dario. Number 2. Are you Italian or whatever? No. I am not Italian. Actually, Dario is a Portuguese name. Portuguese, you know, it's that little, my parents were born in Portugal. It's that little, right, the first area, if you leave the east coast of the U.S. and you head straight east, the first area you hit, the first, country is actually Portugal. Yeah. Number 3, who are your 5 favorite Let's Players? Well, you know who my favorite Let's Player is. I just mentioned that in my previous question, Kenshin 1913. There's others I like, you know, well, I guess my 5 favorite Let's Players are the people I watch. Getsumara, Autumn Child, Creed, you know what I mean? It's just Blue Bomber. It's people I watch. 5 Let's Players are all the Let's Players I watch, basically. Okay, next question is submitted by A Crazy Monk. Another one of my big viewers. He asks, oh, this is a good question actually. Since you and Xerxes is another viewer of mine who I subscribed to a while back. He subscribed to me a long time ago. Very loyal viewer, awesome guy. Anyways, yeah, since you and Xerxes, both of my top 5 favorite people on YouTube, are friends, how did you two meet and become some good comrades? Also, when did you do this? Was it a long time ago? Was it maybe 6 months ago? I think I met him, I would say about 8-9 months ago when I was doing Symphony of the Night. And it was kind of funny because it actually was kind of rocky at first. Like, I viewed him as like a cocky viewer or guy who just left ignorant comments because I didn't know who he was. And I forgot what comment he left, but it was just something that he left on my Symphony of the Night that didn't sit well, and I don't remember what it was. But as time passed and he continued to watch my Let's Plays, you know, I started getting a lot of respect for the guy. Then I went to his channel, subscribed. I noticed he was doing videos, subscribed to him. And he does some phenomenal videos, I tell you. And he's a big sports guy, shows himself a lot on his camera. Awesome guy. You know, I bet if I knew him in real life, I'd probably become good friends with him. So, yep. About 8 months ago, it was rocky at first, but pretty cool guy. Okay, what are we at? 25 minutes, okay. Next question is submitted by SMW220. Jesus Christ, you people and your names. SMW232XD. What is your favorite game franchise? My favorite game franchise. My favorite game franchise. Let me think about that. It used to be Final Fantasy, but seriously, the more Final Fantasies the more I'm starting to hate that franchise. So I'm gonna go with Castlevania. I think there's more Castlevania games I enjoy than any other than Final Fantasies and all that. So yeah, I think Konami's Castlevania is probably my favorite game franchise. Okay, now we move on to my good friend Tales of Creed. Question 1. What's going on? Well, in all honesty, it's 11:09 at night right now. I gotta work tomorrow. Pretty tired. I got a little migraine, but I'm good. I'm good, man. How are you doing? Question 2. Will you ever Let's Play Final Fantasy 13? See, that's just the question to pick on me because he knows how much I hate that game. I hate it. I'll tell you what, I'll leave Final Fantasy 13 to Getsumara or anyone else who wants to Let's Play. I hate that story. I mean, the gameplay's okay, but it's just... I'm crying. My head hurts just thinking about it. Why? Why? It's such a bad game. Okay. I'm calm. Question 3. If you die by the New Jersey pollution, will you give the awesome Tales of Creed your PS3? Here's the problem, Creed. Okay, and I would love to give you my PS3, but here's the problem. If the New Jersey pollution kills me, what makes you think you'll get anywhere near that PS3? How do you expect to get my PS3 if it's trapped in this evolved pollution? If I die by the pollution, well, the PS3 is gonna die by the pollution. So maybe if you come here with like an oxygen mask and like a super protection, maybe you can get it. But otherwise, if I die, I don't know how to get it to you. Maybe my dead body will bring it to you. Oh god, I killed myself. Next question is light skin boy 56. He asks, will you ever do a Let's Play of Breath of Fire 4? I'll tell you what, I don't know about Breath of Fire 4 because I never played it, but I will do a Breath of Fire 3 Let's Play very soon, sooner than you think. Like so soon that it might be my next RPG after Phantasy Star 3 soon. Okay. Do we have time for one more question? I will do one more question for this segment because I still have so much more to do, Christ. So I'll do one more question for this segment, and then I'll stop and take a break, and then I'll continue this a little bit later tomorrow. Well, this video is going to be posted tomorrow anyway, but I'll do some more recordings tomorrow. Okay. Where's the next question? I'm just looking for the next question. There's people commenting everywhere. It makes it hard for me to find a question when there's comments everywhere. There you go. Final question from Mick Kittle. He asks, who is my favorite president? Who cares? They all suck. I mean, seriously, name me one good thing a president's ever done for this country. I mean, just really, has a president gone up to me and given me $1 million? No. They're all worthless. They're all worthless. It's the idiot Senate and the House that decide all the nonsense. Next question. My opinion on abortion. My opinion, honestly, the way I view it is, I always felt that a woman should make her own decision. So I'm actually for abortion. I'm not against it. And those people are gonna kill me on this. It's just, you know what? Well, unless the baby is like about to come out of the lady's stomach, I don't view a baby until it's actually out of the stomach. You know what I mean? But I just find it's a woman's decision. If they want to have an abortion, they want to have an abortion, and they can live with the ramifications and consequences afterwards. That's just the way I look at it. And the fact, I mean, I don't care either way. Why am I talking about this? I spent too much time on that question already. All right, and our last question. Oh no, there's two more. If you were on the Oprah Winfrey show, what would you? If you were on Oprah Winfrey, what would you like her to give out for free? How about money? She's the rich. Isn't she still one of the richest women in the world? Give me like $1 million bill. That'd make me a happy man. All right, and our final question of this segment, as we are at 31 minutes. Who framed Roger Rabbit? Well, McKittle, I've done a lot of research and a lot of hard work, and I finally figured it out. It took a long time, but I did a lot of deducing, and the guy who framed Roger Rabbit was